All right, I think I'm on there once again. Hello, hey guys. It's your girl Earlene, okay? Earlene Robinson. And look, I'm about to drop this video right quickly because I want you guys to hear something. Last night's show was, hey, I enjoyed it so much, which I do all of my shows. I enjoy all of my guests. That's why I do what I do, right? With Blog Talk Radio. So guess what? Look, I had gotten this a good dialogue with my guest that came on, Rudy, right? Check out last night's show. And we got a good dialogue. We talked to each other on the phone and everything before the show. Now, even on the show, it's beautiful there. We having a great time. He's talking about addiction and recovery and stuff like that. He's sharing with my live broadcast listeners. You know what I'm saying? So let me show you guys something when a show turns, okay? The dialogue is really, really great between me and him. But here's a question that I asked him that it became, you know what I'm talking about? Hey, you guys judge it for yourself. Watch this.
It sucks and it hurts and it's real eye opening, but you just got to keep moving, man. It's okay.
Yeah. Take it as a learning tool, just to know that these things are going to happen further on up, in the future. These are going to happen. Some people pass through. Some people are still there. Those that are still there, thank you. I love you. You're here for a reason. Those that have passed through, thank you. I love you. Goodbye. Next.
Yep.
I'm not trying to be mean, but that's just the way life goes. Now, Rudy, you
of course.
Okay. You mentioned.
Well, I was going to say too. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say too. Like there are people in my life who are still in my life from after they found out I was an addict, but whether they expressed it outright or not, they're just that feeling and that relationship we once had is just no longer there. And that's just something else people are going to have to handle as well.
Okay, so as you notice, the dialogue is pretty good, right? We're talking about recovery, addiction, and drugs, and people, how they get off of drugs and what to do when they're dealing with drugs. And he got solutions at the end of this show. At the end of his show, his interview, he's going to give out a bunch of information to those who want to be clean and sober. Okay, so like I said, check out last night's show. But let this part play because I had to show you guys this. I had to put this on my YouTube channel. Okay, I'm getting ready to start loading up my YouTube channel again. So y'all going to see a bunch of this going on, okay? With a lot of other stuff. I just want to catch up with a lot of things. But check this out. Watch the conversation, how it turns. Okay? Watch this.
Absolutely. Good point. Good point. Now, you mentioned God. Can you hear me? Can you hear me clear?
Yes.
Great. I can hear you clear as well. Rudy, you mentioned a key word, and I said I have to ask you about it. Now, you mentioned God. Watch this. I know we're going to part, how would I say, not unity, well, differences. Our differences are going to begin to show. Now, so far, we've been on 100 together since 6 o'clock, since we came on the show. But at this point, watch this. I have a question to ask you. And watch we part. This is where the differences come in. Watch this. Now, Rudy, you are not the only one that says this. Okay, I have a higher power. I believe in God, and this and that. So I have to ask, well, what God is that? Well, it's the only God. Above, it's he who wrote scriptures, the Bible, right? Am I right, Rudy? He who wrote the Bible.
Yes, that's what I believe in. Yep.
Okay, that's the same God. We ain't talking about no Buddhists and all this other stuff. Okay, great. Now here's the question. What's this? It's going to make a turn, a sharp turn. Now, God said, and you can attest to it. Now, if you say you love God, now he said, look, he delivered us. Now, I prayed. I don't know about you, but there were plenty of times I was on my hands and knees crying, the snot running out of my nose, and eyes red, and lump in my throat. That's how hard I prayed to God for deliverance, for some sobriety. This is back in the days when I was just getting started and knew that this was no good, but couldn't stop. So I'm praying and asking God and stuff like that. So finally, as the years went by, I kept drinking. And then drugs will come into play. The drugs had to leave because my drug was that alcohol stuff. Okay? So, but anyway, and as I kept going down through the years, now watch this. finally I did go to AAA, sat in there, and I did cheat for a whole year. When I come from AAA, I'll stop at the liquor store. I ended up getting a certificate, but I was telling them in the classes what I was still doing. You know, there wasn't no secret, but I still had gotten a certificate. Anyway, I ended up landing in prison, okay? And when I was in prison, I gave my life over to God then. Now watch this. How come when I come back out and then I ask people like you, for instance, I say, well, you know, you believe in God, da, da, da. Yes, I believe in God. So you're going to always be an addict? Oh, yeah, all my life. Now, here's my question. I say God delivered me. Why would I keep holding on to something that God delivered me from? Even in the group, they want you to stand up and say, well, yes, I'm an addict and I'll be an addict for the rest of my life. No, if God delivered you, why are you still claiming such? Now, I'm done with that. Watch this, watch this. Hello?
So, yeah, yeah, he delivered the, all right, so let me ask you this. So,
take your time, we got time.
Hold on, let me think of how I want to ask this. So, let's say,
y'all see that? This is what I'm talking about. They're always in these, you know, recovery treatment places and stuff like that. I hope they have stopped doing that by now. They used to make us say that back in the day, guys. They used to always make us say, oh, yes, you will, because, see, you'll forget where you came from, and you'll get cocky and comfortable and stuff like that, and you'll start using it again. Nope. But I feel like this. If I believe in God and I trust in God, I'm not going to still go out there and claim something that God have delivered me from. That don't make no sense. That's defeating the purpose. That's like I didn't ever pray to God from the beginning. Why pray for God and then he deliver you, and you like a fool out there saying, yeah, I'm still an addict, I'm still a no. If God delivered you, let that go. Let it go and let God. That's how I feel about it. God got enough powers to do anything. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Let's listen to Rudy a little bit more, okay?
let's just say I'm a lustful, obviously, we're all human beings, so we all commit sins, but I'm lustful and I'm married, and, my marriage wasn't going great, and I cheated on my wife, and I did all these things, and my wife found out, and I prayed to God. I said, God, please help me. Please, let my wife forgive me. I promise I'll never, watch porn again, and I'll never cheat, and all that, right? And God answered my prayer, and I got my wife back, and I stopped, I made the commitment, and I stopped doing those things. I'm still a lustful, sinful human being. God just took my urges away. God just helped me see that if I continue doing those things, that I will lose everything. I still am that. I still have, he, what was the word you used? He delivered you?
He took it, he did.
He delivered you from the terrible path that you were on, like everything you were doing. You still are who you are, but he helped you see the light that if you continue these actions, these terrible things are going to continue to happen for you. Now you are who you are, and by giving your heart, allowing me into your heart, I will help you fight those urges, and I will help you stay on the path and show you the light, but you still are those things. We always will carry the sins we have. Absolutely. Like, I still struggle with demons that I have to get over, whether it's, some people it's, I forget, the 7 deadly sins. We all struggle with them. So it's, I'm sure the urge every now and then pops up for you, right? Maybe you're out with some girlfriends and, they're having a couple drinks you want to. Maybe you walk past a bar and, you see all the people in there having fun. Maybe you go to a concert with people who are sober, but you see everyone else around you like, those urges will still come up, but God, by allowing God into your heart, he showed you what life can really be like if you stop doing those things.
But that's the difference, though, Rudy. That's the difference. You ask for deliverance, not for just a temporary cover-up or you just said it, Dang, it just slipped right off the tip of my tongue. But I asked for, oh, take this away from me. And come on, do we serve that type of, what if those baby believers just now getting into the church, just now getting into...
Okay, guys, I can't go no further with it, but y'all understand what I'm talking about, right? The conversation went left. You know what I'm saying? That's what it normally happens like that when I ask that question. Anyway, look, I gotta go, guys. I just wanted y'all to hear this, and I wanted to drop the video anyway. The most important thing is the message. Anyway, y'all check me out on Blog Talk Radio, okay? This is Earlene. It's with the Earlene Show 2021 Wise Talk with Blog Talk Radio, all right? That number is 516-418-5973. I'm normally on 7 days a week from 6 p.m. to 9 o'clock p.m., okay? New York Eastern Standard Time Zone, all right? Look, I love you guys. Hope to hear you there. Look out for the topics and come on in and get your opinions, your thoughts, your views, and your questions in on some of the topics, okay? And if you want to be a guest, hit me up via email at earlene51462@gmail.com. And then, hey, we can set up something and get you on the show. You could promote your business. You could do all that other stuff. Promote your books and stuff like that. Talk to my live broadcast audience and tell them what's on your mind. Okay, guys? Look, I love each and every one of you guys. Y'all take care, okay? Goodbye.